Happy Wednesday night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And as we do every Wednesday night, I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and I picked out some stuff that I'd like to work on with you guys, son, if that's cool. And we'll let everybody jump in, and we'll get started, man. So what's up, you guys? Peace and love to everybody out there. What's going on? Broadcasting live here from the Motor City, just outside of Detroit, Michigan. And thank you guys for taking the time to join in tonight. I got cool stuff to do tonight. I'm glad you guys came in. Yeah, Denver, how about them Tigers, man? I tell you guys, like when I, before having kids, I used to be a season ticket holder of the Detroit Tigers, and that was like in the years when they were sweet, like Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, Miguel Cabrera. Like they had a great, Jim Leland. I liked manager Jim Leland better than as much as I like all the players. But yeah, great memories. I'd love to see Tigers back in baseball. It'd make me watch it. Pat, what's up, buddy? What's up? I see a bunch of my Canadian buddies on here tonight. Guys, I don't have any hockey cards to my Canadian friends tonight, but I got some more coming up. I'm just joking. I know Canadians like basketball. Canadians like basketball too. I say that because I'm in Detroit, and we got a lot of good Canadian friends right across the border. Canadians got the Raptors. But yeah, what's going on, you guys? So tonight, you guys, I want to show you some stuff. I've kind of put together a couple requests. I'll just go through the list here tonight, you guys. Like I picked out some. I've been buying some packs of cards, and I'll often get like kind of that wear and tear. Like sometimes they'll stick together right out of the pack. Yeah, for sure, Michelle. Go Tigers for sure. And so, anyways, I just want to show you guys this. I get pictures probably every day. You guys you're jumping at the right time. You guys want to go through the checklist. So if you have any of these issues, stay on here tonight. And if you don't have anything else to do, stay on, and I'll show you some cool stuff because you'll run into them. These were pulled out of the pack, and they just have that film. So I'll show you guys that. I get probably a picture or two every day of somebody asking me questions like this. And this is one of those things that's an easy fix. So we'll do that. I'm excited about the Scoring Kings. I love this card. And got a Shaq, and it's got like a little bit of like, it looks like stuff that didn't scratch the card, but maybe some sticky stuff on it. And we got a corner issue. I want to work on this one tonight. This one's cool. I'm excited for that. This one's just kind of more for fun, you guys. But like I had Yu-Gi-Oh collectors say, hey man, we want to see some more Yu-Gi-Oh. So I was going through some card boxes today, and I found this, and I'm like, I don't think there's a card that I have that needs more care than this. I think that one of you guys sent me this in the mail, because there's no, I don't know where else I would have got this, but we'll see if a dark magician can turn it around. We'll see, but I think that we'll see what we can do. All right, so that's that. And then, oh, my dog Logan barked. He said hi. So there's Logie. And then what else do I got, you guys? And then I got a Jordan card. Now this one right here is cool. If my dog keeps barking, I'm gonna throw him out the back door. But this one, you guys, I picked up. It was in a box of cards, and it has a lot of. I'm even a little anxious to take it out of here because it's. I don't want to scratch it, but there's a bunch of. It's almost like a powder on it or something like that. It was driving me crazy. Now I couldn't help but almost wanted to touch it before I got you on here tonight. But I waited. So we'll do it all together. All right. So just to kind of get rolling, you guys, I'll just show you something like this. We'll do like a before and after. Which one do you guys want me to clean up? Do you want to do George Mirasan or Chris Webber? Because we'll leave one dirty and we'll leave one clean. So whoever picks first, I'll do that one. And yeah, the Dark Magician is cool, man. I'm glad. The cards always remind me of my childhood too. I was young when these came out. And all right, we're doing the Weber. Jerry called out the Weber. So we'll do Weber. And when you guys get so here's how I got these cards unstuck. These cards were all stuck together in the pack, right? I put a video up last week, but they were stuck together. And then I put them in the humidor. That's my little humidor, right? And then I got them to unstick, but they'll get like a lot of like crap on them, you know what I mean? So Let me show you how to take care of it. Usually just a little bit of card spray and a little bit of card polish will do the job. But stay with me, you guys. We got a bunch of cool stuff to work on tonight. And I'll always answer as many questions as I can. One question, and you guys, when you hear me spraying the spray, I'm just putting it on a acrylic plate over there. So it's kind of like if you put paint like on an easel, that's kind of like how I do it. So I'm just going to get a little bit of card spray on a little cotton. And you don't want to put your fingers, like, I know that this Chris Webber card is not super valuable, but you know, you'll run into cards that are valuable with this type of stuff on it, this type of film. So when you do, you know, feel free. I might put on some gloves tonight for the Shaq because I don't like putting my hands on those too much. Or you can just use an oversized sleeve. This is it's a photograph sleeve. Once you get out of card sizes, they go to photograph sizes. So I think it's a 5x7 photograph sleeve. I just like them because they're big and I don't have to be like super duper delicate with them. And then I like to come in with my microfiber. And I got a question I see on the board that says, how would I get deep wrinkles out of my older Pokemon cards? You know what? I haven't been super successful at getting deep wrinkles out of any TCG. I haven't. I've been good at getting some dents out, some dings out. This is probably about as gnarly as... Yeah, I bet you'll be able to get some of these out. And I know it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but from a materials perspective, Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon are pretty darn similar. So deep creases, it might be a no-go. But I'll show you a method that you can do, or that you can use to try. I think you guys no, it's still a little filmy. Hold on one second. Let me just do it proper. I'm going to use a little bit of card polish to get the rest of it off. I still see some, like, whatever that, you know, they put like a plastic kind of like polyurethane on top of these, but just whatever sitting in those packs for years really does a number on them. You know, so. Trey, that's a good question. Trey asked an important question. Trey said, do you clean your microfibers like every session? How often do you get a new one? So, number one, thanks for asking that, Trey. And that's why I love doing a live show. It's like perfect stuff to ask. So like when I use a couple kinds, like the one that you mainly see me use is this large one. And I can probably, and I work on cards every single day of my life. I'm always doing something. So I'd say I at least work on 5 cards a day. So let's just say, I bet you every 3 weeks I change this one out and I just repurpose it. I don't wash it, guys. I'm always anxious about like something clinging into it or just attracting like dirt or stuff like that from the cleaning sessions and scratching a card. I always want you to work with clean microfibers. So several weeks, or I'd say how many cards does that equal for a big microfiber? I don't know, maybe 75, 80, you know, 75, 80 with this. And then with my little black circle ones that I put in the kit, I bet you about a dozen cards or so. But you'll know when it's time to change it because it will, you see how smoothly I get the card polish off like this? It will you'll start to push it around. That's how you'll know that it's time to change it. And it just might look that way. But check this out, you guys. So I won't do the Mirasan unless I'll do it at the end of the show if somebody missed it. But so like, look at, remember that's what it looked like first, the Weber? Because I had that stuff on it from the pack. And now look at it. So pretty cool, right? And even if you're brand new to card carry, you guys can do that. That's easy, right? So just think if it was like a Kobe rookie or something like that. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? But I guess that would have to be a year earlier. But you get the point. So thank you guys for that. And if anybody missed what I just did, we can do this one later tonight. But I just want to move along, all right? So cool side-by-side. You guys, thanks for the requests. Pretty much tonight was all based on the requests I get. And that's what I like because I do this company for me because I love doing it, but you guys are my customers and basically whatever you want to do or whatever you guys are into, sign me up. I'm into it. I'm not a good mind reader, so I appreciate you guys always telling me what's up. And what's up, Tim? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, Robert. Jason, what's up? Good to see you, man. All right, so you guys check this one out. We're going to have to do a couple things. I want to show you a couple things. So I like this card a lot because I opened up so many and I still, even if I go to a card show, look at that. You guys see this? There's a nice big thumbprint right at the top of it. That's not, don't want that. Timmy Tim, what's up, buddy? You guys, my crazy buddy Tim on here, going out like a baller the past weekend and buying a big old collection. Can't wait to come over and see it with you, man. So, let's see. And Tim, if you got any of these scoring kings in there, hold on to them for me. So look at, you see that? There's like a, it doesn't look like a scratch, but that's what I'm talking about. So, and then look at that, you guys see those, because not every card's a total train wreck, you know, but you guys, those big old thumbprints can hide. And this card's what, from 92, 93 or something like that? So it could have been on there a while. And that stuff's hard to get off. So listen, don't start dry. If you guys, when you see that type of stuff on a foil card, for sure, just trust me on this. Don't just start rubbing on old oily fingerprints with a microfiber. You're going to scratch up the card. You're going to put a bunch of little swirl marks on it. Trust me. And at least put a little hot breath on it. But just, if you're going to use, like, if you're using my stuff, just use a little card spray and that will get it off quick. So, hey, Daniel. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining. And thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. So check this out. The back looks good. There is almost like a circle pattern or something. If you guys can see that. Remind that. So I'm not sure what that is, but we'll find out. Yeah, you guys, I just got a question that says, yeah, these are my cards for sure. Yep, that's what I use on the demonstrations. The card polish is safe to use on Pokemon and the holographic ones. But you guys, I do have a best practices. Make sure you go to my website and click on the types of cards you collect at the top. You go to kurtzcardcare.com, you click on TCG at the top. It's going to break down, do this, don't do this. I have visuals, I have pictures, I have a couple of videos picked out. I have the website designed, you guys, for like someone that's brand new that has never cleaned a card before, and it just like walks you through step by step, because I know that like I have thousands of videos and sometimes you're like, oh my God, where do I start? So I have it laid out. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Trey. It's weird, but I touched it and I can't feel it. I think it will wipe away. It's, you know, but like, look at these, you know, these are a big culprit, you guys. Like this, I did not change this penny sleeve out. Do you see how, like, you see what I'm saying? Like here we are regular. That's what this thing looked like. So quite the difference already, right? So it could just be crap that's stuck in there, you know what I mean? Then, yeah, you're right. It does look like a little bit of eraser, but I can't, but it didn't, I don't know. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. But like, here's the other part that I thought was interesting, that we might do something really cool. I might be very, it looks like a chip, you guys, but I think there might be the material there. So that would make me very happy. Let's start with that, because that would be a great start to this session for me, because this card I really like, and I would love to make it look as best as I can, you know? Eric, that's funny, man. Good to see you. So let me show you guys what we're going to do. We're going to go up to the microscope. Bear with me. I'm not only do I clean the cards, but I'm also the cameraman, okay? So check that out. So what I want to do, you guys, is you see how I have the live shows are fun because I can explain to you what not to do as well as what to do. So you see how the card is hanging over the plate of the microscope? If you're going to work under these things, don't push that side down, if that makes sense. So like what I'm trying to do is I want to look at this corner. There it is. That damn thing. Let me see. I want to get you guys a good view. So like in a perfect world, that is, how many times you guys look at the back of Scoring Kings if you collect them? And that's like the biggest problem with them is they're chipped, you know, they're easy to chip. So like what I want to do here, you guys, is hopefully save it, you know, that'd be awesome. So here's what I want to do. See this thing, that my little detail Q-tip? I'm going to use the tip of it, and I'm going to put, if you guys don't mind me, I want to keep this camera angle. I'm going to put a little bit of that card spray that we put on the plate over here. I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip of the Q-tip. And what I want to do is I don't want to put a big drop of card spray on this corner at all. I want to just transfer a little bit of moisture onto it and see if we can get it to open back up and like go back over. So I do that just by tapping it. And if it's still on there, it will actually like come back up. So hold on. I usually don't mess up. All right. So I got a little bit of moisture on there. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, hold on. Now I want to come from the other side of it with a penny sleeve and see if I can just get it to lay down. Ooh, not yet. I think it's there, you guys, so just bear with me. I'm holding my breath. All right, so I'm trying to put a penny sleeve on it, you guys, so I don't have to touch it with my finger. I feel like it's there. But just hang with me. Welcome to live card care. I'm going to go back. Now, if it's still attached, I have it over as far as I'm going to probably get it that way. Now I need to change my approach a little bit. So we're going to come back here. I'm going to zoom in. Let's try to keep this thing in focus for you guys. And bear with me. I need to look at it a second. It might just be missing a little bit. I can't see I'm trying to watch it turn all purple in my mind. I'm hoping it all goes away. Well, I might have been misdiagnosing it because I don't think that I'm trying to catch the light, you guys. What I'm going to try to do, see that light that where it's by the number 8? I'm going to bring that light over to the corner and see if I can see a folded piece of paper. No, I think I'm missing it. Actually, can you see the little valley right there? I think it's there. What I'm going to have to do, you guys, is I think I actually got it over a little bit better. I think I'm just going to be left with that little teeny, with a little bit of white left right there, which I'll take. Even though the entire piece wasn't still all the way there, I think it's a little bit less white. Yeah, see, it's not a perfect corner. It has a little bit of a hit right there. I'm going to let it dry. You guys see how it has a little bit of a bump in it? It's a little bump in it because it's a little bit of moisture there. So I'm not going to get stuck up on that. I want to look at it one more time under the magnifying glass, if you guys don't mind. I want to zoom in on it real good. So what I was trying to explain to you fellas and ladies was I was hoping that purple was just folded over and I could unfold it and put it back. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case completely. So hold on one second. That's why I get a good look at it. Let's see if I can get a little angle. All right, well, you know what? I think that I know my answer. I think that the little bit of purple paint's missing. Well, let's go back to cleaning it. How about that? All right, you guys, so that's what I was looking at. And I try not to look at these too much before doing the presentations because I like to work this stuff out with you guys there. I think I'm missing a little bit of paint. Oh, well. All right. So now there's a lot more going on though. That. I hope I can get some of that off or most of it off without seeing any scratches in there. So let's go for that. It looks like some sort of residue or something like that, you guys. So I'm just going to use card spray again. So let's just see if that works. And hey, thanks for asking, you guys. Like right now, 8 ounce is the biggest. You're right, Denver. Denver will win some, lose some. You're right. And that's why I'm glad you guys joined me for live shows, because it's like there's so many things that are fixable with cards, but there's also so many things that are permanent. And it helps me to show you guys like realistically, like, all right, there's nothing I can physically do here. Oh, that worked. Check that out. It wasn't really dirty, but look. Still has like kind of a film on it. You guys see that? But look at that. That's awesome. That's really good. I'll take that. That's good. Okay, cool. So missing a little paint there, but we got like a bunch of that stuff off. Erase, yeah, it does look. I know exactly what you're talking about. It looks like an eraser, like a little tight little circles. Let me card polish it because I want to look at I want to look at it with you guys and just see if we have any scratches or any like little abrasions in there. These are the most sensitive cards. If you guys have these, they're as you see, they're easy to clean, but they're very delicate. Just that like little touches will chip the paint off around them. So just be always super light-handed with them. The surfaces are like glass. It looks good from here, you guys. Check this out. Oh yeah, no problem, man. The Purdy Zoom, did it come out looking good? And thanks, you guys. I appreciate you being here live. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's right. Shaq's kryptonite is Ben Wallace. Big Ben going to work. For my Detroit fans. Now that makes me happy. Check that out. That was messy, man. That's really good. That makes my night. Of all the things we have to worry about in our lives, sometimes just retreating, working on some basketball cards that you loved since you were 10 years old makes you happy. I'll take it. Tum Tum asked me, would I break out 96 Topps Kobe Bryant PSA 9? If it had room for improvement, I would. If it looked good, if it looked like it had something that I could fix on it. Now, you guys, it's not done yet. I think we can get the fingerprints off. I'm not too worried about that. But there's like more of that, like kind of that thing right there. That's not lightning. If you guys are not familiar with this card, it's like I don't know. It's not sticky. Hopefully it just wipes off. So just remember, here's your before. It's kind of oily, right? See the old thumb marks right there, and then right up by Shaq, like that. There's an old thumbprint right there. Just at least, you guys, if you want to get some cards ever graded, or even if you want to put these away, if you're going to like put your cards in, like, say you don't even care about grading cards, but you want to put them all in like one touches or things like that, just go over them and clean these things off. I think that, obviously these thumb marks could have been on there a long time, but it's just, after a while, it's just going to, be damn near impossible to get some of the stuff off as years go by, and it just might even change kind of the color of the foil. So at least clean them up before you put them away. And let's just stick to the old trusty method here. We'll start with card spray, and we'll see if that does it like it did on the back. It should. And there's one last thing on here I'm seeing, you guys, that I want to show you here. And then we'll jump on to, we got 2 more cards if you guys are cool with hanging out. I won't keep you up past your bedtime too much, I promise. And you guys also, everybody on here, thank you for joining. I'm Kurt, and appreciate you being a part of my show tonight. Appreciate you being like the best community in the world too. And if you guys are just jumping in, I post these videos up too on YouTube, and I keep them on Instagram as well. So if you ever want to watch it, rewatch it, or there's something in here that you're working on, I keep them on the internet is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, man, I mean, I tell you guys, like breaking open a card, I've had I'd say overall the grading companies do a pretty good job of grading the cards. I'd say overall, and I'm exposed to it a lot, you know. But sometimes they mess up, you know, like so if you guys have a card that's like an 8 or a 9 or a 7 or something like that, and you're like, I don't see anything wrong with this, you guys can, you know, I'd encourage you to take a better look, because if it's graded low, it's not a huge risk. You know what I mean? If you got something that you think is a 10 or a 9 and it gets a 7, well, you're not going to probably go backwards anymore. So it's safe to take out and take a look at. Oh, I love this one. Check this out, you guys. Do you know that, like, I know that now the Michael Jordan, the Michael Jordan of this is not probably the most valuable now, right? But this one was always my favorite to try to get. And look at that. That's sweet. Now there's one last step. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much with it, but I'll follow up with you guys. You ready? Here's what I just found. There's an indent in it. You see the indent? Going up, down there, right there? That's not supposed to be there. Man, you're right. Do you know that in my card call, I always find weird condition cards. You should see the way I search for cards, the way I shop online for cards like this, the way I go. I'm a marketplace savant. I have a ton of buddies that have boxes of cards and guys that sell tons and tons of stuff. So I'm always there going through the bins. But what I want to do here, you guys, I want to put this in the humidor. I want to see if because it's a very thin, rigid card, but there's always a shot, okay? So, like, let's go over here for a second. Over here. Cheers, you guys. Appreciate you being here. When it comes to scratches on a slab, I see that question. Can you fix? Maybe. You know, when it comes to scratches, since you guys, my stuff, like we're talking about card polish, I don't put anything abrasive in this, so it doesn't have like a sanding agent in it. But if you have a dirty, like this weathered slab, it will make it look good. But give it a shot. I don't have too many slabs that are super like beat up, but it's I've always cleaned my slabs with card polish. So what I did, you guys, is I'm going to put that Shaq in here that's the humidor, and I'm going to keep it in here. It's 10:30. I'll keep it in there until about midnight tonight, and I'll do that same thing tomorrow and see if I can get any progress with that indent. And I'll have to do a follow up on that one, you guys, if that's cool. All right. So, all right, man, we're moving. Oh, cool, man. And also, you guys, thanks to all my retailers out there. Everybody that's like, people on TikTok and stuff like that. Like I saw somebody posted that they saw somebody using it on there today. It's cool, man. I appreciate you guys being like ambassadors and showing people how to do like simple card care and stuff like that. I think it's a must. I think it's, with this hobby being so popular and more expensive than it's ever been before. And like, you guys remember when companies like grading services used to grade a card for like $10, $20, whatever, and now it's like value-based grading. It's like you're paying sometimes thousands of dollars for a plastic case with a number on the corner. Like, you got to know how to take care of this stuff. It's just a must, you know? And Trey, Trey makes a good point. If you got scratches on a plastic slab, there's plenty of formulas for cars, automobiles, that have an abrasive content, like Meguiar's Scratch X. I would just practice on a few slabs if you're going to use a polish with an abrasive, because it literally sands down the surface. So you just want to be careful. So if you have a super nice slab, don't start like, when you start using liquid sandpaper, that's basically what a Meguiar's is. You got to be very, very, very careful with it. Okay, so just trust me on that. All right. So, thanks, man. I appreciate you, John Doe. I hope in a good way. So, you guys, let's do this. All right. And don't be if you guys had wanted to work on any light slab scratches. Like, I wasn't trying to scare, if anybody said it was nervous working with Meguiar's, I wouldn't use like a Meguiar's card polish or card scratch X on this type of stuff, you guys would ruin a card with it. But on a plastic slab, it's not that. It's fine. It's made for plastic, you know what I mean? But if you put that like on something like this, it would eat into it, you know? So this one's just fun, you guys. I found this digging through my base card collection today, and I think that one of you guys sent this to me as just like being cool, you know, and just sent me one of this a while ago, and I found it, and I'm like, oh man, this is gnarly. So now let's just see, guys, this will just be a fun project. I'll show you what I would do with something like this, and we'll just take we'll take a look at it here probably in a day or two. You know what? If you use my card polish S-Night to work on a slab, if it ever turns white on you, it just dried and it's easy to wipe off. So this stuff, you guys, for the guys on here, if anybody else uses palette polishes their slabs or uses my stuff, you guys feel free to answer any questions. Like your experiences are always appreciated, but it's easy. This stuff's easy to get off. So let's see, guys. Before I just slap this between the old, card pads, and let's hope the magic spray makes it like look better. You'd want to prep something like this. You don't want to just hold a card flat and just see if it gets back to like a good shape. I want to give it like a little bit of a head start, okay? And just by doing that, here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna probably won't be the prettiest of all things, you guys, but we'll do our best, all right? So I took a before picture of this one, so I'll share it with you guys if we can get anything, if we can make it look any better. It's going to need some magic. But this is what we're working with. We got a lot of dents. We got a lot of stuff. We got a peeled up corner, but we'll just see if we can do anything with it. So the reason I'm using a little bit of card spray right here is because I don't like to come in here and just peel it back when it's like dry and in that position. I'm afraid that I'll like rip it off and then it will just be another problem we got to fix. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one. I'm going to have to try to hold this thing down like that because look at this one, you guys. This one really wants to pop up. So I'm going to need to get it between these plates and pads. Hopefully that thing's staying down. All right. So might have to use a little bit more moisture. So we're gonna unpack that. I want to at least clean the back of it off before we put it in there because I don't want it sitting in all this. I'm gonna pretend it's like a super awesome, valuable card. I was lucky to get my hands on it, and I want to, honor it. So even though it's none of those things, I just still think it's cool to make something this beat up look a little bit better. So thanks for watching. I'm just gonna use card spray on the back. You guys will once it dries and goes through this process, we'll card polish it. Look at that. Yeah. That's yummy, huh? So if you got dirty cards, card polish will do a good job. Or card spray too. That's great. I like these cards. I like to find the most beat up, dirty ones possible. So we'll retire this. Don't continue to use that. That's when you'll create more scratches. All right, so we're gonna go back to a little bit of card spray. Oh, I just saw a question pop up that I know the answer to. I got a question that says, hey, is edge whitening able to be fixed? Now, most times no, but the times it can be fixed is when, you can fold if the edge is just like hit and all the material's still there. So say for example, this card was hit on the side and it was just bunched up and you could see some white exposed. If you could pack it all, if you could put the card back to its original place, you'd be fine. But if it's chipped if it's like physically missing, you couldn't do much with it. So Miguel, what's up, big guy? Good to see you, buddy. Look at the front. This one's awesome. So I'm already feeling better about this one. If we get anything else, this was all off The Dark Magician. Pretty satisfying, oddly satisfying. So you guys, obviously this one's really got a lot going on, but what I want to try to do is hold this corner down and let's put it between the pads. And we'll see what we can do. This one's going to take a day or two. But what I do in this situation is use a card mat, we can use this one. I know it's got a little bit of wetness on it, but that's fine. So I'm going to spray it with card spray. We'll do 2 times, okay? And then I always keep it even just so I can always, when it comes to like a sports card, if this was an old sports card, I would soak these mats, or I'd soak the card and just like thoroughly clean it. TCG stuff doesn't respond the same way. You get too much moisture in it, it messes it up. And it's like, so you just kind of have that balance of a little bit of moisture. So what I want to do is we're going to put this in here. I want to hold this corner down, and hopefully I'm going to do that by sliding this down over it. Okay, it's flat, I can tell you that. And now we're going to wait. What I need to grab here. Whoops, don't knock my stuff over. All right, so now I moved around too much, so now I got to check again. All right. It's down. 1, 2, 3. All right, it's down. I'm treating it like it's going to be like the crown jewel of my collection. But these are little silly little things that I'll keep forever. So if I make this thing look better, I'm going to display it proudly. So let's go there, and then we're going to grab 4 little clips, and I'm going to hold this. And I'm not going to look at this until like tomorrow morning. Yeah, I did see that the Dark Magician is fairly valuable when it's like in good shape, right? I know it's a heartbreaker. You get it, and I'm like, man, this thing's like a 1, maybe just authentic. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I'll show you guys. It's fun. I like trying to do stuff like this. That was like the most beat up Yu-Gi-Oh card I had, so I'm like, I got to do it with these guys tonight. All right, you guys cool to hang out? One more. We got another one. All right, so hang out, and let me read a couple questions, you guys. You guys, I had a couple people ask about PSA's new guidelines. You guys, there's no issue. There's nothing, I've cleaned cards, and you guys grade way more cards than me. I bet you probably 10,000 cards or more literally a day are graded by PSA. So, it's just legalese that they had to add to their thing, because I don't really know much about PSA. I have no contact with them. They don't talk to me. They just kind of want to tell you guys what to do, It's funny that a company that sells plastic slabs with a number on the corner wants to tell you exactly how to like treat your collection and what to do with it. So they definitely they think they're very important, So let's work on a Michael Jordan card, all right? And I'll tell you this, you guys, if PSA disappeared tomorrow, I'd still be here collecting cards and cleaning them up, because as collectors, we can look at them and tell if they're in good condition or bad condition. It is, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't really care about grading services, and I've never had a problem with them, but it's weird that they act like people don't like to prep cards or clean cards, or try to make you feel bad about it or something like that. You know what I mean? Whatever. I imagine that they don't want their precious population count that they meticulously groom every day to change, or something, so who bought if PSA bought all my cards and they all belong to them, maybe I'd, say, all right, they're yours, but no, they're not, they're mine. So I'll take care of them the way I want. Oh, all right. So, let me answer one more question if it's cool with you guys. And, when it comes to, I got a question here that said, what do you do about dirt on the edges of a card? Well, what I would do if it was like a Pokemon card, like you're describing, I would, put the card down on a card mat, and I would use probably like a little bit of card polish or card spray, and I would just gently like wipe away from the edge. You don't want to like rough up one of those edges. It might be something I'd have to see, because like Pokemon is so thin. So if you're talking about like looking at it like that way and you can see dirt on that edge, that's tricky. It might be permanently sucked in there. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But feel free to show me if you want. You know what I mean? Like if you have a picture. But yeah, I don't know, because you can't soak a Pokemon card. Anytime I tried soaking like TCG cards, because if you had a dirty vintage baseball card, it'd be easy to do. But if it's TCG, you can't soak them. You know what I mean? So maybe just a quick wipe with card spray, just a quick wipe and then stop. But practice on a base one, because anytime I got moisture, too much moisture in the side of a TCG card, it just F's it up, basically. You know, it just puffs it up and gets it messy. So just tread lightly, you know, practice on one before you do any of your good ones. And if it screws it up, just stop. You just, you know, you learned, you know. But let me show you this one to you guys. I've always really liked this card a lot. Check this out. This was the original, check out the top, or the penny sleeve. That's what it looked like. Pretty dirty, you know, but fortunately it was in one, because if it wasn't, it'd probably be worse, you know. But it almost looks like something came in the top of this thing, because look at this one, you guys. Look at Jordan's like shorts and jersey. It's like, when I touch it, it's like a powder. It's almost like a sticky. So like, it makes me, you think you just like wipe it, right? And I think that too, but like, I don't want to like wipe, like, see that going through his arm right there? I don't want to screw this up. So like, what I think I'm going to do first is I just don't want to have any stupid little micro scratches in there, which I might have in his arm, because I'm looking at it and it's irritating. But, you know, that's what you get when you buy old raw cards sometimes. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading the question right now. Yeah, if anybody ever wants my opinion on something, you can DM me a picture. I probably won't be able to get to it tonight, but I'll take a look at it tomorrow, no problem. I'm reading one question here. It said, I have a Kobe Metal Fleer rookie with a bad dent in it, but I noticed the Kobe lettering is pressed in. You know, I think that if you soaked a Fleer metal card, it would screw it up. I haven't, but I think it would screw it up. It doesn't have a sturdy, heavy front. And now it's almost like it does, but I don't think it would. I think it would leave a weird texture in it. I want to try that. Don't do it. Don't soak it. Or if you have a cheap one, just use that first. Denver, you're right. I was already thinking about, like when you said just blow some air on it. I don't want to. All right, I'm cool with it. I'm gonna wipe it off, and if I screw up, you guys learn from my stupid mistake if I make one. But I don't feel like it's like granular. Can you hear? Listen, this is weird stuff you guys all do, but like, I'll listen to try to hear what, like, so here's a clean part of the card. No sound. I'm getting closer to it. Then I hear it. All right, I'm fine with it. I'm just going to wipe it off and we'll see how it goes. All right. So let's do card spray. And we don't want the dirty ones. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Denver, but it won't blow. Denver is saying use some like compressed air. It's not, it won't come out. It won't even come off of my finger, but it has like a dust. It's almost like powdered sugar or something, it looks like. Oh, hell yeah. There was that scratch. I thought there was a scratch on MJ's arm. This was the part that I was most concerned about right there. Can you guys already see the color difference? Like, well, hold on. I'll keep going. Yeah, see that? I wasn't crazy. It has like it's like dirty. Definitely a weird kind of dirty substance, but let's see how we do. Oh, sorry about the extreme close-up, you guys. All right, so far pretty good. I still see that line. I thought I got that line off underneath his arm. Let's take a look. And then we'll use some card polish and see if that makes any difference. Damn cards. Look at, it's like that under his arm. I'm talking about this weird kind of like, and it could even be a factory defect. But let's see if it's a substance, I should be able to get it off. Not major. Let's just try it. And thanks again, everybody, for joining tonight. I appreciate you guys checking everything out. And if you just jumped in, we did a couple basketball tonight. And then I've got a Yu-Gi-Oh card that was all beat up, falling apart, and I'm holding that. It's gonna be a couple-day process, but for my Yu-Gi-Oh collectors out there, I'll show you what we can do on the Dark Magician. This is what it looked like. It was that dirty, so it's that much better, but we'll see if we can take care of any of those creases and all the other stuff it's been through. All right, so and hey, if you guys have not polished up 90s basketball cards like this, trust me, just grab a stack and turn on some music and clean some of these up. And I tell you, man, it is like, it's not as good as sitting on the beach with the sun on you, but it's damn near close for a card collector. It's a very good feeling. Yeah, hey Tommy, what's up, man? I saw your question pop through. Tom's asking if I use a wet microfiber. No, brother, nice and soft and fluffy and dry. Okay. Man, I think I'm gonna get this card graded. This card looks good. Check this out, you guys. Look at that. Now that turned out. And if you guys could remember, it had that like it's like a film, like a kind of a weird feeling white residue-ish. That's cool as hell. That's a good one. I wish they'd all like turn around like that. But let's see the back. And I'm using the wand light, you guys, and the circle light. Like, I don't like look at the numbers or the letters. I watch the light to look for like stuff stuck to it, or just indents or dings, or that. That looks like penny sleeve stuff. This is a reminder, you guys, of what this card came out of. That's where it was living. All right, so that was it. Oh, let me answer a question real quick, you guys, if that's cool with you. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I have a question here that says, after you put card polish on a card, will you get a smudge if you touch it? I'm not sure if I understand. I'm gonna try to get this smudge off with some card polish. And I got a question. Can I use card polish with a Q-tip? As long as you don't push hard, you know what I mean? Just careful with Q-tips, because if you put a lot of pressure on the end of a Q-tip, it's got a small amount of surface area. So if you get too in the zone with a Q-tip, you guys, you can always make a crater. So just be real careful, all right? You guys see something on the bottom of the jersey? Let's take a look. Oh, good eyes. Look at that. Who said that? Lakeside, was that right? That was a good eye, dude. Frankie, what's up? Hey, Mike, what's up? You'd be surprised, you guys. Yes, definitely smokers are card collectors, because look at that. That was from one of them tonight. That was a good eye, dude. Look at this. Look at the bottom of the jersey. I missed that. Good eyes. Holy crap. I don't even know what the hell that is. It's not a dent. I can feel it, though. All right, cross your fingers for me, man. This one would be... I love this card. This was one of the first... I think this is one of the first... when they had... This isn't the refractor version, but when I was young, I think this is, a 93? 94? I remember opening up so many packs of cards trying to get one of these, and I swear, man, I could never get one out of a pack, so I always had to wait for card shows to buy one. Yeah, it does. Lakeside, man, good eyes. That is like good eyes for sure. Now it's the only thing I can see. Let's see if we can get it out of here. That's a hard ass thing for me to see. You guys should see how I'm looking at it. I'm like laying with my head sideways trying to figure out where that thing went, or if it's still there. Yeah, did you? So you know where all the spots to look. Did you have any weird stuff on yours when you cracked it out? Like, was it just unique to this one, or did you have any old residues on it? Yeah, I can see that damn line right there. You see it, you guys? Like coming out of his red waistband, right there on that top light. Shit, I don't want that on there. That part might... We'll see if I can get anything with the polish. Because look at... That stuff is still in there a little bit, and I hate that color. Let's see if card polish to the rescue, see if that'll do it. Thanks again, everybody, for joining tonight. I hope this stuff is helpful, and appreciate you just taking the time to watch the channel tonight. I look forward to it. Absolutely. Please clean up. This would be one of the best condition ones of these that I've had. What did yours grade, Lakeside? Did you get it regraded, or you just send it in now and clean it up and hoping it gets a better score? Hold on, I don't want to show you guys yet. I made some progress. It looks better, but I just want to see. It does. I'm gonna guess that this might be crappy penny sleeve residue, because I got something cool to show you guys. Hold on, I'm paranoid looking at it every angle over here, but I think I can show it to you. You ready? Got it out. That's sweet. That's excellent. It seems like I got a couple faint lines running across the back of Michael's neck and head. But check that out, man. That is fantastic. I am so happy that I got those clingers off. And I want to do a couple more, just a couple of little runs over here. All right. Yeah, I hope you get an upgrade on it, man. Well, hey, if you haven't worked on it yet, man, I'm glad you tuned in tonight, because this will be pretty much how we do it. We did the front to back. I don't have any corner issues on this one, so corners on these types of cards are a bear. You know, there's not really a ton you can do with them. But hopefully, you can clean them really well, front and back, no problem. All right, I got a couple little remaining, you know, those little faint lines you get from like the processing of them. Like, I'll deal with that, but dude, that's sweet. Got all that goobers out of there, got it off the waist. And the best part, that looks great. Super cool, man. So I got a question on here that says, yo, are you just joined? You just used Kurt's. I am Kurt. So I don't know if that's what you're asking, but thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. So let's do this, you guys. I'll do one more for you, okay? And then we'll wrap it up. I know it's almost time to wrap it up for the night. But we did one of these first. We'll do a second one, so I got everything out. So, like, if you guys open up packs and they're stuck together, step one was I put this in the humidor. I got them to unstick. Step two, I got to get this stuff off of them, okay? And I'll show you how I do that. So what you'll do is use a clean cotton circle, And we'll do half the card. So this was from a pack I opened this last week. And step 1 was put it in the humidor, and that got the cards unstuck. Step number 2, clean them up. And if you do it right, man, you can get these things looking awesome again. You know what I mean? So, like, that's cool, isn't it? We'll do the full thing here in a second. Let me answer a question real quick, you guys, if that's cool with you. You know what? Like, because that's a good question. Lakeside said, what do you do with those roller lines? Do you know that you guys, probably most cards that are produced, like, you know, these chrome style cards have a little bit of those on there. I'm in a dark black room with super hot lights. Nothing hides down here. You can see everything. I think if you guys looked at most cards, you're going to find little things like that in it. So I'll just go ahead and you probably do a couple more applications of card polish on it, see if I can remove or reduce any of those, and that'll do it, you know, but that's usually kind of my method. And I have plenty of cards that are in my PC that I got graded before that have like little lines on them, and they're gem mint cards, you know, so I think that there's maybe a little bit of grace when it comes to those things. So let me, yeah, dude, you guys, if you, the humidor worked great, okay? I would try, humidity is usually why things stick together, and we'll finish this off, you guys. So, like, that's all from humidity, right? So, like, you're in a sealed pack of cards, and it goes through seasons, and they end up sticking together. And so usually what sticks them together is what will take them apart. So I'll put them in the humidor, and I put them in there overnight, and by morning they all came apart, you know. So, and thanks to everybody, you guys, for the nice comments tonight and just the positivity. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. So thanks for being part of the family, seriously. I have a question about humidor settings, you guys. I won't make you listen to my whole explanation right now, but check this out. On my YouTube page, I have a playlist called, what the heck's it called, Michelle? If you're out there, collector tips or something like that. But you'll see it's a video of me that says humidity on it, and I have a whole breakdown of humidity. All right, so take a look if you don't mind. It will basically, it's good for paper cards to help get them a little bit. If you have little dents in them, sometimes humidity can do that. Collector tips, that's what it's under, and then a variety of things, you know. But check it out, cool, right? That was just from a card. Now it looks like pack fresh. You know, that's what it was supposed to be like. So check it out. We did a bunch of cool stuff tonight. Those. I got the Shaquille O'Neal in the humidor right now, you guys. So I'm going to keep that in there overnight. And then with yo, what's up, you guys? Good to see you. Let me turn this thing around here. So happy Wednesday. Thank you guys for joining tonight. And again, I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and I appreciate you watching the show. And let me, yeah, you're right. Mira-san got a lot of attention tonight. I always liked George Mira-san. Like, I never seen somebody so big in my life. When I was a kid, I'd go to Pistons games, and I remember we got to go see him one time. And I remember, I'll never forget what he looked like in person. Just probably one of the biggest humans I've ever seen. Got to see Shaq and stuff like that too, but I think George is bigger than Shaq. So that was a cool moment. But guys, thanks so much for joining tonight. And here, I'll give a shout out. If you guys want to see something cool, this is my friend's Darren's company, Fantast. If you're comic book collectors, search up tonight Selling Superman. It's going to be it's a show that's coming out. I think it's going to be on Netflix. But it's talk about a crazy, awesome story and crazy, cool collection. So shout out to all the good people at Fantast. And thank you guys for being a part of the show tonight. I'll post some before and after pictures. I'll have the full video posted too. So if you guys want to watch it again, or, you know, if you came in the middle and you want to see more of it, it'll be recorded. And I'll do a follow-up with that Yu-Gi-Oh card. And then the Shaquille O'Neal, I have like an indent on it. So I have it in the humidor right now. So somebody asked me about humidity. I use it right now. I'm using it right now to try to get a little indent out of a foil card, because I can't like soak a foil card. I can't do any of that stuff. So I'm just trying to use moisture in the gas form rather than the liquid form to breathe a little bit of life into it and bring it back up. That's the concept. And a lot of times it works well, but I appreciate you guys so much. Go do whatever stuff you got to do for the rest of this Wednesday night. And take care of yourself, take care of somebody else, and take care of your cards. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care. I'll see you next week on Wednesday Night Live next week. All right, see ya later.